Science! Let's do some science! And as any good scientist will tell you, there's only one way to do science.
Like a madman. Today, you are learning with the mad scientist Peter.
Saigon, 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 Saigon.
I can't let the aliens get my knowledge. I must keep my science. We must keep the knowledge. The only way to do that is this tinfoil. Obviously. But did you know there's another way to use tinfoil? We can use it to cook things. Like a hot dog. Okay, I think they're gone. Alright, so we must use this knowledge quickly. We need to create a hot dog cooker and cook some hot dogs. I haven't had lunch yet. So let's get going. We need to do this quickly while the sun's still out. Otherwise this won't work.
I'm not crazy, you're crazy. They will eat my brains. Oh, hey, I see you caught me a little talking with Frank here. So, me and Frank agree. We need to create a hot dog cooker. We're going to do that in a series of steps involving these objects here. So, what we need to do for this experiment is first gather our supplies. You'll need duct tape, preferably a black kind, scissors, a black paint. It doesn't matter if it's spray paint or regular paint. If you're going to do spray paint, use it outside. A knife, preferably an X-Acto or a box cutter, tin foil, and of course, cardboard. And like always, our apron and our goggles so we can be safe and we can be clean. I can't believe you're taking Frank's side on this, Larry. I mean, come on. So once you've gathered all your supplies, well, the next thing we need to do is actually go through what we're actually going to do. So, using our knife and our scissors, we're going to cut our cardboard box or our cardboard piece into an appropriate shape. Now, there are many different kinds of shapes you can take your cardboard into. I chose this shape because I thought it would be the most ergonomic and effective. I don't know if it will be. I'm hoping it will be. You can just use a regular shoebox and put a hot dog inside of it after you put some tinfoil in it. But I think this is a much more effective way. You can also use a wooden spoke or a wooden spool to poke through the sides of your own box, so that way you don't have to do what I'm doing and create a tinfoil spool that you have to gently place inside of your box instead of, poking it through, because we want to make sure we get a good, even cooking area. And while it does not have to be, really tough tape or spray paint, you still need preferably a black duct tape because that will hold your box better. And it does not have to be this kind of spray paint. You can use just regular black paint or just a regular painter's black paint. The idea is to get the outside darker so that way it will retain heat a lot better. And whatever hot dogs you like, because they're delicious. And then we gotta place it outside in a bright area. It usually works better on warmer days, but as long as you have a bright day, you should be able to cook a hot dog. I'm hoping that'll work. So here you can see not the final result of our hot dog cooking. I'm not going to show you a cooked hot dog. You know what a cooked hot dog looks like. I'm just going to show you what mine looks like and why it looks like that. So inside, we're using the most reflective side of the tin foil and angling it so that our hot dog, if placed in the middle here, will receive the most amount of reflected light. So what I got here are the tools we'll be using: scissors, knife, marker, cardboard. If you're at home, maybe get a cutting mat to cut on top of, get a ruler, maybe use a different marker, Expo ink for cardboard, and like I said, preferably have not Sharpie, preferably a X-Acto or a box cutter knife would work better than this. But also, adult scissors, perfectly good for this. So first thing we're going to do, so like I said, there's multiple different ways to make ours, so I'm not going to walk you through every detail of making this. I'm going to speed up certain parts, but that's just to show you that it doesn't really matter how you make it, as long as you have all the reflective surfaces pointing in towards our hot dog. So, I started off when I started making mine by deciding how big I wanted it to be. I'm going to use this whole slab. Make yours smaller, probably, is a good idea. Once we have taped our structure into place, now we're just going to make sure that it stays in place with a couple pieces of tape, and then we're going to lay some tin foil in it. There are two sets of tin foil, the reflective and the double side. We need to use the reflective side, and we want to make sure that we keep it as smooth as possible. That may not always be possible. Just use the reflective side as best as you can. And there we go. Now we can move on to the next step, in which we coat the outside in black paint. So as you can see here, we got the box all laid down. Just gonna spray it down here. Make sure it's got a nice even coating. We don't want to have any light spots, because then it won't retain the heat well enough. So that's all we're trying to do right now. Retain the heat. We don't want to get any spray paint on the inside there, because then we won't have as many reflective surfaces. Woohoo! Alright, really quickly. So, I'm going to take the one that I made earlier, outside, while ours dries outside, and I'm going to skewer a hot dog really quickly while we still got sunlight. Alright, now take this outside and try and cook it. Alright, so here we got our hot dog. I had to hold it down because it's a bit windy, and we're facing it at the sun. So hopefully this will cook fine in the next 10-20 minutes or so, or more. Might take an hour, depending on how well this was made. It might not be well enough made, but we'll find out. So that's how the experiment works. Now, there's a couple of things that we need to note before we move on. First thing is, I had to stack these in order to make any sort of heat down there. Second thing is, even though it was a bright sunny day, it was also very windy. So unfortunately, this thing was not able to retain the heat that it produced. It was producing heat. It was producing enough heat to cook it too. Unfortunately, the wind kept moving the heat along, and the hot dog isn't cooked, but it is cooked. It's not cooked enough to eat, but it is cooked. It is noticeably different. It is drier. It is slightly colored, and it's not cold, despite the fact that I was in 30-degree outside just now, and I can't see anything because these goggles are so fogged up because, you know. All right, so what exactly? What am I doing? What am I doing? This is crazy. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I'm using the power of the sun to do amazing things. Let me show you. You see, the sun doesn't just produce light, it produces heat. And anywhere where that light touches, the heat of the sun is also touching. And using a reflective surface, wherever the light goes, such as a mirror or tinfoil, it will bounce off of that and reach another spot. Now the light will become dimmer and dimmer the further it goes, because light travels at a certain rate over time and travels less the denser that it travels, or the denser material that it travels through. So a very dense material, like a solid object such as you or me, buildings, chairs, these cards, those are solid objects that light cannot solidly pass through. However, things like water and air, light can pass through. However, there are still solids within it that make it harder for the light to travel. So what we did also reflects how the greenhouse gas effect works on Earth. See, when sunlight and sun heat reaches our Earth, it warms up the Earth and bounces back out into the atmosphere. However, or out of the atmosphere and back into space. However, Earth has an atmosphere, and that atmosphere acts like a sort of glass case. And instead of bouncing out, the light will hit the somewhere in the atmosphere, clouds, a lot of the gases and denser particles in the atmosphere. It will bounce off of those and come back, making the Earth even warmer and making the atmosphere even warmer. So, what do we get out of this? Well, what we did, cutting apart a piece of cardboard, layering on a reflective material, our tinfoil, and covering the outside with paint, and then putting a hot dog inside this reflective material box, we cooked a hot dog, almost. So besides the cooked hot dog bit, which is delicious, we also learned the power of the sun. The sun is an incredible thing. It's an incredible resource that we can use. I'm sure many of you know about solar panels. They're an incredible source of energy. We can get energy from the sun, a renewable source of energy. And that is amazing, and it's a thing we should know and a thing we should use. I'm now going to use a giant reflective death laser to go fight the aliens so they can't take my brains anymore. It's you and me, aliens. You and me!